Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow advocates for a better world, today I am here to discuss a pressing global challenge, but also to ignite a collective commitment to fight corruption, a cancer that undermines our societies, erodes trust, and stifles progress. As we stand on the crossroads of history, we are called to take a stand, to raise our voices, and to unite in our quest for integrity and justice. Corruption is not just an abstract concept, it is a reality that affects billions of lives across the globe. It manifests in various forms: bribery, embezzlement, nepotism, and fraud, to name a few. It seeps into the fabric of our institutions, poisoning democracy, crippling economic growth, and exacerbating inequality. Transparency International, an organization devoted to fighting corruption, estimates that corruption costs societies approximately $1 trillion annually. Think of what this money could achieve: better education, health care, infrastructure, and social services that uplift communities and create opportunity. The repercussions of corruption are far-reaching. It perpetuates a cycle of poverty and disadvantage, denying countless individuals the chance to improve their circumstances. It erodes public trust in governments and institutions, leading to disillusionment and apathy among citizens. When people lose trust, they are less likely to engage in civic duties, less likely to vote, and less likely to hold their leaders accountable. We cannot allow this vicious cycle to continue. Instead, we must break free from the shackles of corruption and cultivate a culture of integrity. To combat corruption effectively, we must first understand its root causes. Corruption thrives in environments where transparency is lacking, where accountability is overlooked, and where the rule of law is weak. It flourishes in societies plagued by inequality and poverty, where individuals may resort to unscrupulous means to survive. Therefore, tackling corruption requires a multifaceted approach, a holistic strategy that addresses the systemic issues allowing corruption to thrive. Education is one of our strongest tools against corruption. By fostering a culture of integrity from a young age, we cultivate a generation of leaders who prioritize ethics and accountability over self-interest. Educational institutions must emphasize civic responsibility and moral development. Young people need to understand their rights and how to advocate for them, empowering them to become active, engaged citizens who demand transparency and integrity from their leaders. We must also strengthen our institutions, ensuring that they are resilient against corruption. This includes investing in independent anti-corruption agencies, establishing robust legal frameworks, and enhancing the capacity of law enforcement to investigate and prosecute corrupt practices. The judiciary must be independent and impartial, serving as a pillar of justice where all individuals are held accountable, regardless of their status or power. But institutional reform alone is not enough. We must also engage civil society in this fight. Citizens play a crucial role in holding governments accountable. Grassroots movements, community organizations, and NGOs can serve as watchdogs, shining a light on corrupt practices and advocating for change. Social media has become an invaluable tool for activists. It allows us to share information, mobilize support, and raise awareness on corruption and its impact. We must harness the power of technology and digital platforms to expose wrongdoing and build coalitions across different sectors of society. Furthermore, we must advocate for whistleblower protections. Individuals who come forward to expose corruption often face severe repercussions, reprimands, job loss, or even threats to their safety. Creating a supportive environment where whistleblowers can report corruption without fear is essential. We need stronger legal protections and incentives that encourage honesty and bravery in the face of wrongdoing. As we navigate this complex battle, it is imperative that we also foster international collaboration. Corruption is a transnational issue that knows no borders, and we must unite across nations to tackle it effectively. Countries must collaborate to develop common legal frameworks, share best practices, and provide mutual assistance in investigations and prosecutions. International organizations, such as the United Nations, have a vital role in facilitating these efforts and promoting global standards for integrity. We have seen glimpses of success in the global fight against corruption, from the tireless efforts of grassroots activists in various countries to the establishment of international treaties like the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. Progress is being made, albeit slowly. However, we must not succumb to complacency. The fight against corruption demands constant vigilance and unwavering commitment. In closing, I stand before you today, not just to express the challenges we face, but to inspire action, to instill hope, and to urge each one of you to be a part of this vital movement. Every small action contributes to a larger victory. Whether you choose to educate your peers, advocate for policy change, or simply refuse to participate in corrupt practices, you hold the power to effect change. Together, we can build a world where corruption is the exception, not the rule, where integrity is the currency of society. Let us rise to the challenge, united in our pursuit of justice, transparency, and accountability. The fight against corruption is not just a task for leaders or policymakers. It is a collective responsibility. Together, we can create a future where corruption is eradicated and where integrity reigns supreme. Thank you